Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my first ever market that I did at the weekend. Just for a little background, I started crocheting last July, which would be July 2024. Absolutely fell in love with it. And I left my job that I'd been doing for 10 years to start it as a full-time business, and I have loved every second. I am still learning. I am still trying to figure out how to do all of the social media side to it, and this weekend I booked my first market. So in this video I wanted to tell you all about how it went, the things that worked. I was so nervous about going and getting things set up and everything that I needed. I only booked the market 2 weeks before it was due, so that was rather stressful. So in this video I'll go through what I took to my market, what sold, some of the feedback that I got, and some tips for if you want to do your own market. So I'll start with my most popular item, which was my poppet mushrooms. These were a huge hit, absolutely brilliant. All children loved them, but adults loved them too. When people were walking past, I'd have one in my hand and I'd be playing with it, because when they just sat like that, even if they say pop-up mushroom, you don't quite expect it to pop like that. These were priced at £8 each. And I sold 6 of these. The next item that was really popular were my mini octos. It were mostly adults that bought these and they loved them. I put a few keyrings on during the market. Somebody sort of said, oh, these would look nice on my keys, and because I had the keychain attachments with me, it just took me 2 minutes to put them on. I sold 10 of these for £4 each. I also took my handmade roses. Everything's handmade, everything's crocheted. So these were a big hit before I went. I sold 10 really quickly. They were priced at £8 each, and in the market I sold 5 of these. I will be doing a YouTube tutorial in detail on how to make these as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. The next item that was really popular were my fidget worms. So this is my own pattern that I've created and will hopefully be releasing. These got loads of attention. They were right at the front. Everybody wanted to touch them. Everybody wanted to play with them. At the market, despite the attention, I did only sell one for £6. But I got an order from a lady who works in a school in a special needs department, and she's ordered 20 of these, so turned out to be pretty good, did the worms. Another item that did okay were my hearts. They are hanging hearts and they have an opening, and inside I put 3 Lindor Lindt chocolates, and 3 of those sold. They got a lot of attention and people liked them as well. Another popular item were my little lip balm holders, little keychains. I did lots of them in lots of colours. So you just put your lip balm inside and then you can take it out and use it like that. And these were popular. I sold 6 of these, mostly to teenage girls. So yeah, they definitely one to bring to a market. It literally took a few minutes each to make. In lots of colours, in really nice chenille yarn. I also sold 1 kitten. So these were very popular, however not many sold. They are priced at £14 each, but all of my pricing is based on the time it takes, the material cost, so everything is priced fairly and is priced in the same way. These got some really adorable little adoption certificates which I made. So these little cute adoption certificates, which I just made these and printed them out. A very cute addition to selling the kittens. Some of the other items that I had were my little bees. They got some attention, but unfortunately at this market none of them sold. My favourite crocheted penguins, same, these got some attention but they didn't sell either. They were priced at £14 each. And then my chunky triceratops, I had 2 of these and none of them sold. And my chunky hippos, I had 2 of these and again unfortunately they didn't sell. Got lots of love though, which is great, and lots of feedback in terms of things like what colours people liked, and the most popular colours were quite surprising. I thought a lot of pinks and blues would go. Getting the octos and the mushrooms, the oranges, the bright oranges, the yellows, the bright greens, they sold first. So that's something to take note of for future markets. Just in more details for the pricing, so the way I price it is I pay myself £12 per hour. I'll usually make sort of like a couple and then do a timed one to see how long it takes me to make one. I calculate the costs of the eyes, so these are safety eyes. They're really high quality eyes, so they are slightly more expensive, but when they've been tested they've never failed. And my yarn is mostly all the same yarn. I use King Cole's Toasty range. I just love it, and it's big and it's chunky. So, and then there's additional costs for like the labels and things, which I don't tend to include in the pricing. So for this mushroom I'd do how long it took me to make, how much the yarn cost, you weigh the yarn, how much each eye is, the stuffing, which for this is very minimal because it's tiny, and I buy my stuffing in 10kg bags, so it's minimal cost for the stuffing, but it all adds up. So I calculate it all and that gives me the price for each item. So I'll go through some top tips, things that I learned from the market. So the first one is to make sure that things are priced clearly, so people who are walking past don't feel embarrassed to ask what the price is. Despite having signs, some people still ask, but I made these little signs. I printed with my Cricut machine the prices for each one in my favourite colour, my colour of my logo, and then had these in front of everything. My second tip is to, if you're able to stand up at your stall, to smile, to acknowledge people, just a good morning or a good afternoon, and have a chat with them. So a lot of people, if they did crochet, would talk about crochet, or we'd discuss sort of the kittens we're popular with. Oh, do you have a cat? What colour's your cat? All of my cats were based on friends' cats, neighbours' cats, so I took all the colours from those and made them. So just engaging with them, you get a lot of feedback on things that people like, the colours people like, so that's really important, I think, is to just be engaging with your customers and getting feedback. My third tip is in regards to branding. So I had my logo that I printed myself on a t-shirt. All of my labels have got my logo on. I made some more signs. I might do a separate video on all the bits that I bought and took and what I made. But it's really important to get your logo out there. Everything was matching colours. It all looked very professional. I'll include a video of the market and the pictures of the stall, and it really adds to the look of it overall. On all of my tags, all of the soft toy tags and the handmade with love tags, they all have my QR code for my link tree, along with some signs around the stall, so people can scan that and it takes you to my YouTube page, Instagram, Facebook, Etsy. It's got my email, so it's really important to engage with people that way. So as I was doing the market, my phone would ping in with followers on TikTok, followers on Instagram, likes on photos. So that's really important. Even if you don't get too many sales at a market, you've still got, there's a lot of other benefits, like engaging on social media with people. So that's definitely a good thing to do. My fourth tip would be to practice setting up your stall before you go. So I have a tiny house and a 6-foot table, barely fit in the kitchen. So I set my table up on the Saturday the week before with all the boxes and all the bits that I've bought to display everything, and realised that it looked very bare. Instantly panicked and spent the week crocheting 24/7, making stock, making things in different colours, along with making the signs and the t-shirts and the banners. And it's a lot for your first market, but then I now have everything. I could go to a market tomorrow and I'd have all the setup that I needed. I did buy a wire basket, but all of my other display items were wooden, so I felt that it didn't really go with the theme, so I got rid of that. But I wouldn't have known that without setting it up, so I did return that, and then bought something which were handmade by somebody who lives locally, which is nice. I like to sort of support small local businesses. So definitely get everything set up. I then did another setup the day before the market, and the stall, that looked just so much better. So definitely set up. It helped me with setting things up quickly, so we could go into the venue at 9:30 and the doors opened at 11, so plenty of time for that. But it meant that I knew where everything were going and how it were all going to look. I could change things if I needed to. I could add things. So definitely do a mock setup before you go. And on to the final bit, which is how much I made. So I didn't go with any expectations really, with it being my first market. I took over £1,000 worth of stock as I panicked that my table were going to look empty. So I made £176, but also took a custom order for £120. The stall fee was £30. So all in all, for a first market, I'm over the moon with that. I learned lots of things moving forward. I know what to do for the next market. So overall, I'm really pleased. So if you've made it this far through the video, thank you very much for watching. I hope it helped, and I hope it helps people who are doing their first market. It's very nerve-wracking when you first get there. You're really nervous. Once you've sold a few things and talked to a few people, you're much calmer and you relax. So please like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, because I'm hoping to be doing more videos, some tutorials. I'll be doing the things I made for my market. And thanks for watching.